You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead. Kevin.
I'm 6'5", 250, and trained, so bring that shit on, bitches.
I was listening to Truth on Tap with Kevin A. Kierstead last night. I've never really called into Kevin's show or gotten into any banter to him because, to be honest with you, he's way too intellectual for me. I mean, I'm no dummy, but this guy, I don't think I can hang with him verbally in just, discussing the issues. He's a really smart guy.
That's Wes Johnson. Find him at wesjohnson.com. The greatest on-air personality to ever bless the United States of America.
He does a really good show. It's very professionally done. He's on iHeartRadio.
I can sniff out bullies from a mile away, and I love to go after them. I am not alpha male until an alpha male shows up and tries to start bossing me around. That's when the alpha male comes out in me. I'm an alfalfa male. Once an alpha male gets in my face, I'm an alfalfa male. The cowlick pops up on the back of the head.
Every once in a while, you have to go to war.
The pants rise to become high waters. I got my dukes up.
I'm gonna what do you call it, mute my mic so I don't deafen you or defecate on you. And oh shit, he made a poop noise. And then we're gonna
and I'm ready to rock and roll. Give him a little Jack Johnson, Yeah.
Truth on Tap is now flowing from iHeartRadio. Get your Kierstead fix by Googling Truth on Tap with Kevin A. Kierstead. All the truth you can handle running hot on iHeart, Facebook, Spreaker, and more. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth on Tap.
Can you handle the truth on Tap? This is what we're here to find out tonight. It is 10:12 p.m. on 5/30/15. Apocales did a show. Tell your grandma, tell your cousins, tell all the people in Asia, because they don't follow APOC, that the man has done himself a show. Yes, God damn it, he did. And I heard it. And I didn't hear it live because for some fucking reason, I don't know what you people do. I think Twitter is not something I have up very often. And, it's this whole thing. We'll talk about Apocales in a minute. When my show stutter starts, which it will do if I pre-listen to anything, it cuts out the main audio to the main output. Haven't figured it out yet. It's another little detail I'm working on. Then I have to restart the show. So what does that mean? Just like I did tonight. Well, the Twitter notifications have already gone out. The Facebook automatic post has already gone out. The YouTube, the other things that SpreakTube, I don't know if you guys know about SpreakTube, but you need it for third-party software broadcasting. It goes out to all these places. If you have that, all you have to do is have it checked, and it sets it all up in the address of the show. So then I got to go delete all of that. Don't upload that one to iHeart. That'll be a 1-minute show, a major failure. So yeah, that's a problem. Had to do that. So now it takes 5 minutes because you have to turn off the show, go delete 2 tweets on Twitter, which sounds so feminine. I don't like to use Twitter. I just wish they'd rename it to fucking Thumper. Rename Twitter to Thumper, and I'll feel manly using it. That's all I'm asking for. Can we do? Because what do you think of if you're my age? If you're 40-something, you're thinking a Tweety bird, very feminine little bird. Sylvester the cat. If he had been smart enough, would have eaten that motherfucking bird and shat it out. Feathers and all. I didn't even digest the bitch. I just wanted to show him who the boss was. Apocales did a show, though. He did a good show. He does good shows. He's very honest in his shows, and I think he's getting a little harder, and by that I mean more of a carnassial edge, if you will, in his bite. But that's probably coming from experience, and so I'm going to respect it, because I don't think it's manufactured. I think he's being genuine. People that manufacture stuff, if they pretend to be passing it off as real, I don't enjoy that very much. Now, hopefully tonight I'm not competing with a bunch of great shows. I looked on the schedule. I actually checked the night to try not to step on anybody's toes. I didn't see anybody in my circles doing a show, at least scheduled. So I went ahead and scheduled mine. But watch, they'll fucking start popping up. Something about weekends, something about Saturday nights. People come out. They come out. The freaks come out. Rick will probably end up on. Debbie Daly will probably end up on. You'll see Guy Shea out there doing a show. You'll see Barco and RD reuniting to do BFC. You'll see Apocales and Stabby having some sort of a union, some sort of a panel. It'll be all chaos. Andrew will be on doing a show, you know? Yeah, let's turn that off. Now, tonight, it's going to be freestyle because I don't feel like thinking, and that's the price that you have to pay as a listener when I don't feel like thinking. Oh, good, there's no plan. Not really, there isn't. But usually there isn't anyway. I mean, even if I've got my topics lined up, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say. You know, it's just the way the show, you know this show. If you've listened to the show a few times, you know you're getting pretty much freestyle all the time. At best, you might get a preloaded clip, which I have tonight. I have a few of them. But sometimes it's just all talk. And you know, the way this show used to go is it'd run 1 or 2 hours, and I'd have a song or 2 or 3 in between. And I haven't been doing that lately because I've been playing the audio clips, so I'm getting my breaks that way. But it seems that people are either for music shows or against them. Very few people just okay with music shows. So I try to separate myself from, you know, either one or the other. I'm either going to play 10 songs or I'm going to play none. That's kind of my angle on that, because that seems to be where the crowds lie. So that's a little bit of, you know, figuring things out on my part to see how many people I can appeal to, which if I really cared about, I would change my topics. I would. I mean, because seriously, I mean, I know a lot of people know Apocales, and I don't have anything but good things to say about him, so you're not going to get drama in this show. But as I was commenting on his show's comment page on Spreaker, I began to experience trolling once again, and I started thinking more about it. Now, this isn't something that I'm serious enough about tonight to be upset. It's not something that I'm serious enough tonight to get on the psychologist that I had on before, who was talking about trolling and who considers himself an expert at it. And from the way he discusses his knowledge of the topic, I think he is an expert. I think he was just a standard psychiatrist who got into specifically trolling and really got into it. And he's created all this stuff and written books, and it's worth listening to. It's worth hearing. But the thing is, you know, I think some of you guys that are experienced with trolling already, you may not realize that some of us don't know what the fuck that is. We're just learning now. 6 months ago, I didn't know. It made no sense to me. I mean, I could find somebody in a bad mood that would leave a nasty comment on a Facebook post, and then the next day they were cool. But what I was seeing as we went on, especially with my radio show, was just some nasty motherfuckers coming out with some vile shit. I mean, none of it really hurt, because for something to hurt you, you have to let it, and it should have to hit home. In other words, if they're calling you this and that and it's just not you, that probably shouldn't bother you. Now, we have a couple of types of hosts on Spreaker that tend to dominate the hosting party, whatever that means. And what I mean by that is you have your people who are very careful about their reputation, and that can come from a genuine sense of just being a professional, or it can come from an attitude of, I don't want to call it megalomania. That's too strong. Just an extreme view of your own importance, okay? I don't see myself as important at all. And part of that is not because I'm not proud of whatever I've accomplished. I just don't think humans are that important. It's a weird view, I know. I mean, it probably would be better in every situation to say humans are pretty important. Why? Because it's the best we've got. Let's work on the best we've got. And I'm always drawing from our best humans from the past to draw on their philosophies, which I'm not an expert on. I know a little about a few philosophers and a little teeny bit about a wide body of philosophers, but I trust them. I look at how they climbed up out of obscurity and got their words heard by the world. And it'd be different if everything they said was stupid, or if they were constantly contradicting themselves. I think it was Walt Whitman that said, "Do I contradict myself? Very well, then I contradict myself. I am large, I contain multitudes." If you've got a busy mind, you're going to contradict yourself. I'm not hanging you over that. That's cool. I mean, I've seen it with college professors. I've seen it with MDs, PhDs. You're going to do that once in a while. Now, if somebody's out there looking for your first fault so they can try to fuck you on it, well, yeah, they're going to find your little contradictions. They're going to point them out. That's small stuff, very small stuff. Was it Eleanor Roosevelt that said, small minds talk about people, average minds talk about events, and large minds talk about ideas? Well, far be it from me to say I have a large mind, even though I am well endowed, if I might say so. But I do like to talk about ideas, because I'm pretty bored with the other two categories, those being people and events. Yeah, I'm pretty bored with it. I like to understand the human mind, but no one in specific. It's always a wide body, ideas, a wide body of people I'm looking at. So trolling is something we're going to talk a little bit about tonight. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I think if I could help somebody learn how to value a troll, maybe we would change things. And here's what I think would really change things on a fundamental level. If trolls start... Now, there was a study that came out in Canada that basically fucking body slammed trolls. I mean, they were using every empirical trick in the book on this study. It was so solid. And there is going to be no study that comes out disproving this Canadian study. This shit is solid science. And it basically shows you how the average internet troll has a higher tendency to be in the categories or classifications of a psychopath, of Machiavellian thinking, or sadist in his thinking. It wants to see pain, wants to hurt people. Generally, though, and you're going to hear a little bit about this tonight, these trolls is something I talk about a lot. It is the simplest term used. It's what every armchair psychologist uses. Projection. We see it a lot. That's why. You see it a lot. It's people, they're doing one of two things. They're either finding something they hate inside themselves, and they're painting it onto you. So let's say I'm a thief and I hate myself for it. I'll come on and look for something you've done where maybe you stole a graphic image or you admitted to downloading an illegal movie, and I will pound you for that because I'm hating it in myself, but it's not real comfortable beating on myself. That would be masochist. I'm a sadist. Now, the other thing can be when you envy something in them and you either try to tear that down, like I had someone earlier trying to beat up on my veteran status. He said I was trying to elicit hero worship with my veteran status. How many of you guys know me? Okay, think about it now. How often do you hear me say anything about veteran status? Much less that I served during wartime and I was honorably discharged, and I already admitted that I didn't serve in battle, never claimed I have. Who cares? You know, I mean, is that all you care about, the veterans that served in battle? Really? Because that's a problem. Because there's a lot more veterans outside of those ones. So that's weird. I'd like to hear you justify that. And why are you caring anyway if you never served? If you didn't serve, shut the fuck up, is what I have to say. Till you put your life on the line and you sign the paper and you go through basic training and you start studying for your job. I don't want to fucking hear what you have to say about veterans. Serve or shut the fuck up. However, I believe in the Constitution, and the Constitution includes freedom of speech, and Apocales was talking about freedom of speech earlier. See how I draw big circles? Yeah, big circles. And by the way, I have to recommend not watching a certain movie, Kill Your Darlings, which was something I think Faulkner said, which is a very valid point. We were taught this in fiction writing in college, that if something seems particularly good to you, as far as something you wrote, really snazzy, shows your style, it's cute, is what an older generation might call it, you got to strike it. You got to strike it out of the paper. Because what it does is it draws attention to you, the author. And that immediately distracts people from the story. If I'm having to notice the author doing tricks with words or witty little philosophical sayings about his characters or environment, well, now I'm thinking about the author. I'm completely ripped out of the story. It's bad policy. So you want to, kill your darlings is a bit of an overstatement, because your darlings can actually define your style. But when you've gone a little overboard with if you look at a passage and say, that is fucking perfect, it's probably a problem. If it looks too good, it takes away from the story. That's just the way it works. I don't know why. It's the way they teach it. It makes sense. I can, see examples of it everywhere. So anyway, Kill Your Darlings did have some gay sex going on in the movie. Yeah, talking about Jack Kerouac and all them guys. I didn't know. I didn't know how many of them were gay. It's just something I never paid attention to, but they tend to focus on it in that movie. Whole lot of man on man fucking going on.